Good afternoon. Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
This is completed decision making under uncertainty. Have we completed? Maximin, minimax, Hurwitz, alpha criterion. Deepali? Deepali Kadam?
Yes, ma'am.
दीपाली हम लोग ये किया क्या हर्विज अल्फा क्राइटेरिया लैप्लेस क्राइटेरिया किया क्या एक प्रॉब्लम नहीं किया
No, ma'am. Maximin and maximax ही हुआ है बस.
ओके ओके थैंक यू I hope screen is visible, right? Okay.
Ma'am, while submitting the CC, we have to do it on a paper and click the photos and submit it, or we have to do it on a Word file?
Okay, okay. Don't do it on WhatsApp. Anis sir told us to that we will send through ERP. They have to send the solutions through ERP only. Wait for 1 or 2 days. Don't take the tension of the deadline. Okay, I will give 1 or 2 days extra. Okay, this time they have implemented ERP. No, that's why through ERP only we will collect the assignments. That's why don't send. Some students already send the mail to me. Don't send. Clear? Through ERP you will get. Then through ERP only you have to submit. Based on that, Anis sir will take lecture. Okay, how to submit and all. Clear, Rahul?
No, ma'am. I was just asking. We have to solve it on means on a notebook, and then we have to then we have to submit it, or we have to create a file for it and a Word file and write the answers in that.
On a piece of paper, Rahul. You have to write it on a piece of paper. Means a PDF format you have to submit. PDF format.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, please solve the problems on a notebook or a piece of paper. That is up to you. Okay, you have to convert that Word document into PDF and then you have to submit it through our ERP. Because ERP is having means some students already HR faculty had sent that assignments, concurrent evaluations, but some students got the mail, some student didn't get, like that. Discrepancy is going on. For that purpose, we are waiting. Okay. Then strategies. Okay, decision making under uncertainty. We are having 3 methods. First one is maximin. Listen carefully, this is important. Second one is maximax. Third one is Hurwitz alpha criterion, or this is also known as the coefficient of optimism. Fourth one, we are having Laplace criteria. This is also known as equally probable criteria. Fifth one is regret criteria. Third, fourth, and fifth are important for final examination purpose. Okay, maximin. This is one word. Bifurcate this into 2 words here. Whatever the strategies they will give, for each row you have to choose the minimum value. Among all minimum values, you have to choose the maximum value. That is your optimal strategy. Here again, maximax, bifurcate the word. The second word is max. For each strategy, you have to find the maximum value. After all maximum values, you have to choose, among those all values, you have to choose maximum value. Third one is Hurwitz alpha criteria. They will give alpha value in the given problem. Whatever it is, maybe 60%, 70%. 99.99% they will mention alpha value. If they didn't mention, then you have to assume the value. To calculate Hurwitz alpha criterion, the formula is expected value or expected profit, whatever it is. Expected value for strategy, whatever the strategy, corresponding strategy. The formula is alpha into capital M, where capital M represent the largest payoff plus 1 minus alpha into small m, where small m represents smallest payoff for the corresponding strategy. Next, Laplace criteria. Again, the formula is expected value. Laplace criteria is also known as equally probable. This is nothing but weighted arithmetic mean, that is summation Wx upon summation W. Here in decision theory, the formula is sum of all payoffs upon total number of states. This is the formula to calculate Laplace criteria. The fifth criterion is regret criteria. The formula to calculate regret is largest payoff minus payoff for the corresponding strategy. This is the formula. Largest payoff minus payoff for the corresponding strategy. Again, to solve decision making under uncertainty, we are having 5 methods. First one is max-min. Strategy should be strictly row-wise. States of nature should be column-wise. Okay, for each strategy, bifurcate this word max-min. The second word is min. Bifurcate this word into 2 words, min. For each strategy, you have to calculate minimum. Later, among all minimum values, you have to choose the maximum value. Here again, maximax also. For each strategy, you have to calculate maximum value. Among all maximum values, you have to choose again maximum value. That is your optimal strategy. Hurwitz alpha criteria is also known as coefficient of optimism. Alpha value they will give. Then the formula to calculate Hurwitz alpha criteria, that is nothing but expected value we are going to calculate. The formula is alpha into capital M, where capital M represent largest payoff or maximum payoff, plus 1 minus alpha into small m. Small m represents smallest payoff. Fourth criteria is the Laplace criteria. For Laplace criteria, the formula is the sum of all payoffs upon total number of states. This is nothing but weighted arithmetic mean. Next, regret. Fifth criteria, regret, the formula is the largest payoff minus payoff for the corresponding strategy. Right now, we will take the first one. Problem. Go through the problem. First problem. S1, strategies. S1, S2, S3. The corresponding states are given, states of nature, that is N1, N2, N3, N4. They have given 4 states and 3 strategies. The value is 30, 40, 50. 10, minus 15, 20, 10, 5, minus 6, 8, 7, 10. First bit what they asked, maximin. Bifurcate the word. The second word is min. Calculate minimum value for each strategy. Minimum value for each strategy. Strategy S1 among 30, 10, 10, 8. Which is minimum? Minimum is 8. Next. For second strategy, that is S2, the values are 40, minus 15, 5, 7. Among minimum value, one negative value, that is minimum, that is minus 15. S3, minimum value is minus 6. But we need to calculate maximum. Already you have calculated minimum. Then among all these values, you have to choose the maximum value. The maximum value is 8. Therefore, the optimal strategy is the decision maker has to adopt the strategy S1. दीपाली नोट पता है ना मैंने क्या आंसर लिखना है राहुल
बताया मैम ये
okay next the second one is maximax bifurcate the word second word is maximum then for each strategy among these 4 values you have to choose the maximum value is 30. Similarly, second strategy, maximum value is 40. Similarly, for third strategy, you have to choose the maximum value. The maximum value is 50. The given one is maximax. Among all maximum values, you have to choose the maximum value. The maximum value is 50. That means the decision maker has to adopt which strategy while applying maximax, that is S3. Next, Hargrave alpha criterion. Here, alpha value is given as 0.7. Alpha value is given as 0.7. That means 1 minus alpha, that is 1 minus 0.7. It will become 0.3. Here, we need to calculate expected value for strategy S1. EV, expected value for strategy S1. Then what is the formula? Alpha into capital M plus 1 minus alpha into small m. Capital M is nothing but maximum payoff. Small m is nothing but minimum payoff. Here already we have calculated. For strategy S1, alpha value is given in the problem, that is 0.7 into capital M. Capital M is 30. Capital M is 30 plus 1 minus alpha value is 0.3 into small m. Small m is 8. For strategy S1, we are calculating for strategy S1. Alpha value is given, maximum value you have calculated, that is 30. 0.7 into 30 plus 1 minus alpha value is 1 minus 0.7 is 0.3 into corresponding small m is minimum, that is 8. Okay, 21 plus 2.4, it will become 23.4. For strategy S1, expected value is 23.4. Similarly, expected value for strategy S2, formula remains the same, 0.7 into, for strategy S2, maximum value is what? 40 plus 0.3 into corresponding minimum value is how much? Minus 15. That is 28 minus 4.5, that is 23.5. Similarly, expected value for strategy S3, that is 0.7 into strategy S3, maximum value is how much? 50 plus minimum value is how much? Minus 6. 0.3 into minus 6. That is 35 minus 1.8. You will get this value as 33.2. Among all these 3 values, you have to choose the maximum value. The maximum value is 33.2, where it appears for strategy S3. The strategy corresponding to the maximum expected profit is 33.2. Therefore, S3 is the optimal strategy. Then, any query in this? Any query?
मैम फिर से बताइए
Okay. Expected value we need to find out, that is Hargrave alpha criterion is nothing but we need to calculate expected value. Okay, expected value of what? Expected value of payoff we have to calculate. This is nothing but expected value of payoff for each strategy. This is the formula. Alpha into capital M plus 1 minus alpha into small m. This alpha value they will give in the final examination. Here we have considered alpha value as 0.7. Then 1 minus 0.7 will become 0.3. The formula is alpha into capital M plus 1 minus alpha into small m. Already while calculating maximin and minimax, you have calculated for each and every row the minimum value as well as maximum value. These are nothing but minimum payoff for each strategy as well as maximum payoff for each strategy. Then alpha value is 0.7. For strategy S1, already you have calculated minimum and maximum. 0.7 into maximum value for strategy S1 is 30 because capital M formula in the formula capital M. Capital M is nothing but largest payoff for strategy S1. Plus 1 minus alpha value is nothing but 0.3 into minimum value for strategy S1 is 8. Similarly, for strategy S2, 0.7 and 0.3 remains as it is. They won't change. Then 0.7 into for strategy S2 maximum value is 40. Okay. Minimum value is minus 15. Just substitute those values. Similarly, for strategy S3, 0.7 into 15 plus 0.3 into minus 6, 33.2. Among all these three values, you have to choose the largest value. The largest value is 33.2. Appeared at which strategy? That is S3. That means, therefore, the decision maker has to adopt the optimal strategy as S3. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Later, we will calculate Laplace criterion. Laplace criterion. That is nothing but weighted arithmetic mean. Listen carefully this. Laplace criterion, the formula is sum of all payoffs. Sum of all payoffs. What does it mean? 30 plus 10 plus 10 plus 8. Sum of all payoffs, that is 30 plus 10 plus 10 plus 8 upon total number of states, that means states of nature, that is columns. How many number of columns we are having? We are having 4 columns. We are having 4 columns. What is the answer? 58 upon 4. This will become 14.5. 14.5. Next. For strategy S2, that is 40 minus 15 plus 5 plus 7 upon 4. Here, add all positive values and subtract. That is 40 plus 12, 52. 52 minus 15 upon 4. That is 37 upon 4. 37 upon 4. We will get this value as 9.25. Because why we are taking 4? Number of states, number of columns are 4. Next. 50 plus third strategy I am calculating. 50 plus 20 minus 6 plus 10. Again number of states remains constant, that is 4. That is 50 plus 20, 70, 70 plus 10, 80. 80 minus 6, that is 74. 74 upon 4, you will get 18.5. You will get 18.5. Among all these three values, which is having maximum value, that is 18.5, which is the optimal strategy? S3. Write down note. The strategy corresponding to the maximum average expected profit, the strategy corresponding to the maximum average expected profit is 18.5. Therefore, S3 is the optimal strategy. Therefore, S3 is the optimal strategy. Okay. Right now, listen carefully. Any query till here?
No, ma'am.
After this, here we have to calculate regret table. We have to calculate regret. S1, S2, S3. Okay. Regret table. Regret, the formula is the largest payoff minus corresponding strategy. For state N1, for first column, that is N1 column, you have to choose the largest payoff. The largest payoff is 50. First column among 30, 40, 50, the largest payoff is 50. Regret is largest payoff minus payoff for the corresponding strategy. For strategy S1, the formula is 50 minus 30, you will get 20. Similarly, for strategy S2, 50 minus 40, it is 10. For strategy S3, 50 minus 50, it becomes 0. Again, I am repeating. Largest payoff minus payoff for the corresponding strategy is the formula. State of nature, that is N1, for first column, you have to choose the largest payoff. The largest payoff is 50 among 30, 40, 50, 50. 50 minus 30, it's 20. 50 minus 40, it's 10. 50 minus 50, it becomes 0. Next. Similarly, for N2, for nature, state of nature N2, among these three values, 10 minus 15, 20. Among these three values, the maximum value is 20. 20 minus 10, it's 10. Your 20, already in the formula minus is there, but the value is again negative. 20 minus of minus 15, it will become plus. 20 minus of minus 15, 20 plus 15, it is 35. Your 20 minus 20, it becomes 0. Similarly, for third column, that is N3, 10, 5 minus 6. Among that, the largest payoff is 10. 10 minus 10, 0. 10 minus 5, 5. 10 minus of minus 6, that is 10 plus 6, it is 16. For N4, for fourth column, largest payoff is again 10. The formula is 10 minus 8, it's 2. 10 minus 7, it's 3. 10 minus 10, 0. This is called as regret table. This is called as regret table. After getting the values of regret table, we need to calculate min-max regret criterion. Again, bifurcate this value, this word, mini-max regret. That means mini-max. The second word is max. Among all these values, you have to choose maximum for each strategy. For strategy S1, among 20, 10, 0, 2, maximum value is how much? 20. Similarly, for strategy S2, maximum value is 10, 35, 5, 3. Among these four values, the maximum value is 35. For strategy S3, among all these values, the maximum value is 16. But what they asked, minimax regret criteria. Minimax regret criteria. Among all these values, you have to choose the minimum value. The minimum value is 16. Therefore, the decision maker has to opt for strategy S3. Therefore, optimal strategy is S3. Understood? Write down note. The minimum regret among all the maximum regrets, the minimum regret among all the maximum regret is 16, hence the corresponding strategy, S3 is optimal. Hence, the corresponding strategy S3 is optimal. Okay. Then go through the next problem. Second problem, students. A farmer wants to decide. What I told, strategies should be strictly row-wise. I have given the definition of strategies. Strategies is also known as course of action. What does it mean? Strategies should be row-wise. Why I am saying? Various options available to the decision maker for solving the problem. Various options. That is nothing but your strategy. What is state of nature? State of nature is also known as outcome. That means these are the events which indicates the occurrence which are not under the control of decision maker. This is states of nature definition I have given. If you go through the second problem, here rainfall is given as high, medium, low. Different options is given crop A, crop B, crop C. That means here crop A, crop B, crop C. What is the meaning of strategy? Various options available to the decision maker to solve the problem. That means here for this particular problem, okay, you have to do the transpose of the matrix. Okay, strategies is given column wise in this particular problem. This has come in the year 2014, same problem for 10 marks. Third, fourth and fifth bit only they asked. Hartwig alpha criteria, Laplace criteria and minimax. Minimax criteria consists of 4 marks, Laplace criteria 3 marks, Hartwig alpha criteria 3 marks. But if you don't do the transpose of the matrix, entire problem goes wrong because strategies, that means various options available for the decision maker to solve the problem. That is the definition of strategy. Okay, that's why you have to go through the transpose of the matrix. Clear students? क्यों transpose करना है? Getting? The procedure says strategy should be strictly row-wise. States of nature or outcome should be strictly column-wise. If you don't do the transpose of the matrix, you will get different values. Finally, the answer goes wrong. We will get 0 marks in the final exam. Right now, what I told, we have to take strategy is nothing but crops. How many crops we are having? Crop A, crop B, crop C. Then states of nature will become what? Rainfall. Is it under the control of us? Decision maker का control में रहेगा क्या? No. High, medium, and low. Then for crop A, okay, transpose of the matrix. What does it mean? You convert the rows into columns. Convert the rows into columns. That is 8,000, 3,500. Convert the row into column 5,000. Similarly, second row will become second column. That is 4,500. Again 4,500, 4,900. Similarly, third row will become third column. That is 2,000, 5,000 and 4,000. Right now, solve the problem and tell me the answers. After doing transpose of the matrix, first we have to calculate maximin. You know how to calculate. For each crop, find out minimum value. Among all minimum values, you have to choose the maximum value. Try it out, students, and tell me the answer. Which is the best crop? You have to suggest to the farmer.
Crop C.
Very good. Next. Everybody try it out. Here alpha value is given as 6 in the given problem, 0.6, 60% risk. Maximax, what is the answer? Which crop?
A.
A, very
A.
good. Very good. Crop A. Similarly, calculate Hurwitz alpha criteria. This problem has come for 10 marks in the final examination. Third, fourth, and fifth bit asked. 3 plus 3 plus 4. But what the students did, students made a mistake that they have taken the matrix as it is. They have not converted the matrix. You have to do the transpose of the matrix. Otherwise, you will get different answers. Verify. If you don't do transpose of the matrix, ultimately we will get different answers. No sympathy at all. Straight away 0. Hurwitz alpha criteria over. For crop A, 5,600 is the answer. For crop A, 5,600. Verify with the answers whether you got the same answers or not. For Hurwitz alpha criteria. For Hurwitz alpha criteria, these are the answers. Whether you got the same answers or not, verify it. For crop A, it is 5,600. For crop B, it is 4,400. For crop C, it is 4,600. Among all, which is maximum? 5,600. The decision maker has to adopt crop A. Vishal 475. Vishal. Vishal Kulkarni.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you attending regularly, Vishal? Earlier you used to ask so many doubts. Nowadays you are not asking anything.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Rahul got the answers. Rahul Khanna.
Yes, ma'am. Doing the Laplace criteria.
Okay. Laplace criterion also I will give the answers. Verify it. For Laplace criterion, You have to round it off. Decimals you will get everywhere recurring. You will get. That is first one 4833.33. If you want to round it off, then simply keep it as 4833. The other one is 4 3 times 3.33. The other one is 4633.33. If you don't want to keep the decimals, round it off. Again, here the decision maker has to adopt crop A. Then find out regret table. Regret table. Then how to calculate regret? For first column, that is rainfall, that is high. In that, the regret largest payoff is 8,000. Correct? 8,000 minus 8,000. It's a 0. 8,000 minus 3,500. You will get 4,500. 8,000 minus 5,000, you will get this value as 3,000. Next, for medium, that is the rainfall is medium, the largest payoff is 4,900. 4,900 minus 45, we will get finally 400. Here also we will get 400. Here we will get the 0. Next, in third column, that is largest payoff is 5,000. 5,000 minus 2,000 is 3,000. 5,000 minus 5,000 is 0. 5,000 minus 4,000 is 1,000. Then, and this what they asked, min-max regret criterion. The second word is max. The maximum, first row, that is crop A, maximum value is 3,000. For second row, maximum value is 4,500. For third row, the maximum value is 3,000. Correct? Here, among all maximum values, you have to choose minimum.